videos from the internet that's going to make you rethink everything. Let's just start.
So now it's me, my side chick, and her boyfriend. And here's why she's worse. She tells her boyfriend I'm her cousin from out of town, and I'm gonna be staying there from time to time until I get on my feet. So I'm there all the time.
Really?
I'm there so much, he wants to be my friend. Like, he's coming to me for relationship advice. He's making plans like, cuz, we should hang out. Man, I don't even hang out with man. Don't be my friend, all right? I already feel like a piece of shit. But it wasn't my plug to pull, so I let it lit. So lo and behold, he catches me and her in the act. I'm on top of her, got the legs on my shoulders, because I'm old school. I like to go hucklebuck, you know? And I see him out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to fight this nigga. I've been smiling in his face and smoking his weed, like, and now he catch me fucking this woman, like, he has to fight. This has to happen. So I'm like, let me get up and talk to him. As soon as I go to get up, boom, he dives her, right? Like I'm in the pussy when the fight starts. It was a threesome for like 5 seconds, you know what I'm saying, before I got him up off of me. So I get him up and I'm like, hey man, chill. But he's like he's one of those type of mans, right? Now keep in mind, I'm butt naked, my dick's out. I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no trouble from nobody. This dude is just insisted on having this fight. So look, I'm tussling with him. I finally stop the fight. I get him on the ground, got my arm on his throat, my hand on his wrist, my dick on his leg, like the fight's over with. Done. So I get dressed, then she gets dressed. And I'm like, oh shit, she's mine now. I just defeated the old alpha in ritual combat. She goes with me. This is the rules. And me and her was good for about 3 months until I caught her cheating on me with the same I beat up. I'm like, I thought we agreed we don't mess with him. Like, we don't. The moral of the story is you can't turn a side into a main. I love mac and cheese, but a whole pan of it's probably going to be bad for me at some point.
You cannot continue to emasculate a man and then expect princess treatment from him. You cannot talk to him any kind of way, disrespect him, call him out his name, swing on him, tear him down constantly and never build him up, and then expect for that man to treat you like a princess. Baby, you are acting like a spoiled ass brat. He not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. You're acting like a brat. You need to sit down and take a moment and realize that this man that you're doing all this to is still being loving, caring, loyal, respectful, and doing all the things you need him to do while you're acting like this. But let me tell you what's about to happen. He's getting ready to tap out on your ass mentally first. When he tap out on you mentally, he gonna stop having them long conversations that he been having with you. He just gonna start saying okay to any and everything, and he just gonna let shit go. And when he gets completely out the door mentally, physically, he gonna leave too. Stop thinking you're the only person that have feelings inside your relationship, baby. Always remember, he have feelings too.
The main reason why I don't want to be married anymore is because the way that I've been able to make my 17-year marriage work all of these years is by compromising myself. Compromising what I think, compromising about what I value, compromise what I want, compromise the type of relationship that I want to have. Everything has been a compromise, but the compromise has been on my part. Me adjusting, changing, doing things differently to please my partner or to make the family as a whole work. And I just know that it's just not the right thing to do anymore. But on the other hand, it's really scary thinking that I'm going to be 52 years old out there living by myself with my kids, trying to make it in this economy. I don't have an education. I never went to school. I didn't have a career or anything like that. There was no plan B. This was always the plan. Be married, stay married, raise a family, and just stay together and make it work to the end. I'm taking a huge risk, and sometimes I question whether it's the right thing to do. But I know the reason why I'm questioning is because I'm so used to compromising myself. I'm so used to putting myself last. I'm so used to just making myself disappear so I can be in these roles, wife, mother, whatever, and somehow hopefully make other people happy, and that'll be my life. But that's not the right way to live. I want to find a different way of living.
Is it just me, or you be talking to somebody or even dating somebody, right? And be so in love, like just love this motherfucker. See absolutely no wrong in them, just love them. Then one day you're just like, I don't like you no more. You could be having a good day. And I just be like, I don't like you no more. I don't like the person you are. I don't like the way you move. I don't like the way you think. I just don't like you. So I want to leave. Just like that. Like, I want to go. I don't want to talk anymore. Is that just me?
So I was scrolling on X and reading this thread. When did you realize he hated you? He meaning the man that you used to be with, right? And the replies under it, like, y'all. This one said, when I went through his phone, thought he was sleeping. Then he turned and said, after you finish finding what you're looking for, go cry outside. Like, what? And then this one, it says, after we, for the first time, and my first time ever, he got his Bible out and started showing me scriptures about how I was Jezebel. What is wrong with these men? This one right here just completely, like, are you serious? He used to encourage me to unalive myself when I was depressed. Y'all, where? Oh my God. And then there's this one right here. He said I was the reason he was broke in my house that he lived in for free. I think this one right here just completely, like, tops the, if there is a cake to top. This right here, I was assaulted in a taxi on the way home, and while he did ask if I was okay, he never put down the Xbox controller or took his eyes off the screen. This reminds me of an ex, and oh my God, when I say run, y'all, this is why the women were doing the 4B movement. This is why.
Signs that your girlfriend or your wife is silently dumping you. The first one is she never wants to initiate any intimacy. She doesn't want to show you any type of affection. She doesn't want to hold your hand. She doesn't want to kiss you. When she sees you, she almost looks at you like she is completely disgusted with you. The next one is all of a sudden she's taking up all of these hobbies, or she's working late. She's doing whatever she can to avoid even being in the same room as you. And when she is in the same room with you, she's aggressive, she's mean, or she doesn't talk to you at all. You can almost feel her energy and the hatred and the angst against you every single time that she's around. The next one is so mean, but she might actually go look at apartments or make a plan or an exit plan, go talk to her mom. All of her friends will know that she's getting ready to dump your ass, and basically she'll have her ducks in a row before ever having had a conversation with you. She's also super hypercritical, and you will feel it because it makes you feel like nothing you could ever do is good enough. The next one is if she suddenly has like a group of friends or that special guy friend that just magically popped up from high school, just know that she's getting her backup plan in place because she's already silently dumped you. And lastly, there will be zero communication. She is not going to want to fix anything. She's not going to want to change anything. She's basically given up the relationship while she's still in it. And it's so painful because what she's going to do is literally breadcrumb you into eventually breaking up with her so she can feel less guilty. So you'll spend 6 months to a year trying to fix the relationship, but she's already so far removed from the relationship that you are literally begging at the seams to fix the relationship, but it's over. What basically ends up happening is she puts you in this endless cycle until she's ready to leave, to make you feel worthless, useless, unworthy, and like you have to serve her until she's ready to leave.
Women are much smarter than men at cheating. I'm going to prove this to be false, and this is exactly why I'm going to tell you guys. Women, they don't get caught cheating because the man knows how to play his position. He don't give a fuck about the other guy in the picture. He just wants to have fun. He's happy seeing this girl. He's happy getting what he wants. He don't want to blow it. The woman, she usually will go tell the wife, the girlfriend that, hey, listen, your man has been cheating on you with me, and she will send her screenshots. She'll send her phone conversations because the woman starts catching feelings for the guy, and he wants nothing to do with her more than just a squeeze. She knows he ain't gonna leave his woman for the side piece, so hey, let me break it up between them. Maybe he can actually be with me. This is why men get caught cheating. Because the woman can't keep her mouth shut, she starts catching feelings, and she ends up telling the girlfriend or the wife. With men, it doesn't happen unless you're a beta male who's like, oh my God, I want this girl, oh, I'm gonna text the guy. That is the biggest fucking bitch. Men don't do shit like that. We know how to play our position. We're happy with having sex with you. You can go back to your beta male, do whatever you want to do. We don't give a fuck. And this is the difference between men being caught cheating and women being caught cheating. It's not that women are smarter. It's just that men know how to play their position.
I just watched an entire TikTok on how to get engaged within a year. And I feel like I need to offer some insight here because I've been married twice. And before you start saying that is a red flag, stop and think about how many people have wanted to spend the rest of their life with you. There are a couple things that have made guys really want to be with me. 1, I will never turn you down in the bedroom. I learned early on from a Jewish couple that I had dinner with when I was like 14. I asked them what's the secret to their lifelong marriage. They were married like 40 years or something. They were making me latkes on New Year's Eve. I'll never forget this. They told me we never said no to each other in the bedroom. I move through life with this fear because I came from a broken family, but I'm also very in tune with my body and I enjoy that. And I always think, you know, sometimes it's like when your parents tell you to go outside and play and you don't want to go outside and play and suddenly you're having fun. Don't say no. You're going to catch up and you're going to have a good time. Also, don't be with someone who you don't enjoy having sex with. Number 2, loyalty. If you are my man, I'm 1000% loyal to you. We don't have to go through each other's phones. We don't have to look through each other's likes. We don't have to do none of that. There is no drama. Most healthy relationship I've ever been in my life. 5 years with this man, never once did I know his phone code. Could I have hacked it? Of course I could have. Did I look? No, I did not. I'll never forget when my auntie told me, before you look through a man's phone, just ask yourself, am I having a good day, month, year? Because you're gonna find what you're looking for. More than
free game, Kings. And this is just my opinion. You should only be communicating with women that have high interest in you, bro. Real shit. A woman that has high interest in you values you the most. She sees that the king in you. You feel me? She'll do anything for you. She values you. If you're not attracting women that show high interest, that means you shouldn't even be dating, Kings. You feel me? Don't even date. Work on, go to the gym, work on yourself. Like, get on top of your shit, because that means that in the market, you're not valued. So that means you have work to do. Women should be the last thing on your mind. Because a lot of times, Kings, y'all, the high interest women that really like y'all don't like them back because they not on the level that you think you deserve. But at the same time, you not working on yourself to get to that level.
What happens if your marriage doesn't last until the end of your life? Whether because of divorce or outliving your spouse. In the US, about 30% of women over 65 are widows. The reality is, any one of us is unlikely to have a spouse by our side until our last dying breath. Regardless of whether we are partnered now, we need to rely on more than one relationship to sustain us throughout our full, unpredictable lives. We need other significant others. And there's an overlooked kind of relationship that we can turn to: friendship. Joy took care of her friend Hannah during Hannah's 6-year battle with ovarian cancer. She was not entitled to family medical leave. When Hannah died, Joy was not entitled to bereavement leave because the two of them were considered unrelated. In our government and workplace policies, friendship is invisible. In a culture that treats friendship as the sidekick to the real hero of romance. If we can recognize what friendship has the potential to be, and if we can recognize that there is more than one kind of significant other, then we can imagine more ways for us to find love and care and companionship.
And a woman's respect is worth nearly nothing. You guys will fold, you will lie, you will deceive, you will cheat, you will evade. If put under pressure, you will crack. And I'll tell you exactly how I would crack you. If your man was facing time, the government was putting pressure on you, and they were telling you, hey, you'll never see your kids again. You'll be locked behind bars for 30 years. You won't be there for your daughter's quinceañera. You won't be there where your son gets his driver's license. You won't be there for your kids' graduations. Your ass is gonna crack, you're gonna snitch, rat, and this person's going to jail.
I think you would too if you had kids.
That's how I know you'll crack, because you said, I think you would too if you had kids, which is linguistically conceding that you would have cracked when I used your kids.
And I thought that it was his unique experience for a moment, because he gave an example, like, you know, if my girl is too tired to cook dinner one day, I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. But if I forget to take out the trash, it's a big issue. I accept her humanity, but she don't accept mine. And so I kind of looked around the room to see, like, and when I paid attention, every man was nodding their head. So I asked the room, like, does that resonate? And they were like, yeah, I don't feel appreciated. I don't know what that even feels like. And that grieved my soul, because I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think women realize that what our complaints and does to a man who is in love.
Stop sleeping apart from your spouse. One thing that I did early on in marriage, both my husband and I, whenever we were upset with each other or we got into an argument, either he or I would go sleep on the couch. And at the time it felt good because I'm angry and, we felt like it was the right thing to do. But once I gave my life to the Lord, God was like, don't do that anymore. The more distance and space you put between you and your spouse, especially in times of strife, you're giving more room for the enemy to come in and to plant seeds of discord, to plant seeds of doubt. We know that we don't fight flesh and blood and that everything that we face is a spiritual battle. I want you the next time that you guys argue and there's a trigger and you're considering sleeping apart from your spouse, ask yourself spiritually, what is this doing to my marriage? What the enemy wants us to do, especially in marriage, he wants us to look at us sleeping apart when we're upset as a regular thing. Like, oh, it's fine. I'm in my feelings. It's really not that big of a deal, but it has a larger impact than you think. Covenant is intimate. I want you to think about how you feel and the impact that it has on your walk, on your life when you're not close to God. I want you to take that same knowledge and apply it to your marriage and really try to understand why proximity is so important and why we should not allow our emotions and our feelings to impact that proximity.
Let her ass go right fucking now. You holding on to a reality that ain't fucking real and is never gonna happen. I'm sorry, I know you don't want to fucking hear this shit, but the bitch is gone. She talking to you every now and then. She giving you a little bit of attention every now and then. She fucking breadcrumbing you until she can officially and safely go over to the next fucking man. Stop letting this fucking woman run circles around you. Leave that bitch alone. It ain't no in between when it comes to women. It ain't no I need to think about it. It ain't no I don't know. Bitch, no. The bitch knows she just don't want to be with you no more, and everybody else fucking know it except for you. Let that fucking woman go, fellas, and start having some damn self-respect and some self-dignity about yourself instead of sitting there complaining, begging, and pleading for a bitch who don't want to be with you no more, fellas. Stop allowing yourself to go through this shit and realize who the fuck you are. Let go of that raggedy ass woman. Love yourself, respect yourself, rebuild yourself back up, and become a fucking man that'll never happen to again. And if you're going through this shit right now, send me a DM. I'm going to help you out. If you're watching on TikTok, send me a DM on my second page. It will be in the captions, and it will be in the link in my bio. Or if you're watching anywhere else, fill out my links in the description. It's very easy to get in contact with me, and we can go over from there.
Because I've dated men and I've dated women, after having a serious girlfriend, I've literally reached out to exes and apologized to them. Because
I love that.
I saw the worst version of myself.
That.
Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, you're over here and I'm just trying to get dressed.
The only thing men really need to learn is that you will never be able to make a woman happy. You just can't. If you last too long, then that's too much. But if you last too little, then that's too little. If you want too much intimacy, then you're being pushy. If you don't want intimacy at all, then you're cheating. You can remember to take out the trash, but she's going to remember that you didn't do the dishes. You can give her child support and you can give her over that and pay all of the in-between. And it's never enough, but when you pay nothing, then you're a deadbeat and she's still not happy. You could plan the perfect date, but if you didn't spend enough, then it's still not good enough. But if you don't plan a date, then you're a loser that puts in no effort. Women who don't have boobs want boobs. Women who don't have ass want ass. Women who have too much ass want a smaller ass. If you text too much, then you're basically a simp. But if you text too little, then you're a loser who doesn't care. You could buy her exactly what she wants, but if it's the wrong color, then it's still not exactly what she wants. You could give her all of the affirmation and all of the emotional support, but she's always going to remember the one time that you didn't. If you work too much, then you're not spending enough time with her. But then if you cut your hours and you're home with her more often, but you're making less money, then you're broke and you're basically a loser. If you watch too much football or have a hobby with the guys, then you're not invested in her. But if you don't have any hobbies or any other interests other than her, then you're a simp. Until you understand this as a man, that it's not your job or your...
Look, y'all, so I've been thinking. I know a lot of men gonna hate me for this. Y'all about to start the bashing. But, unpopular opinion, why do y'all hate the single mothers? Like, why y'all hate the person that stayed in the children's life and raised them and take care of the kids instead of the ones who left and walked away and don't spend no money on the kids and don't help? Like, why do y'all hate single mothers? Like, why do people hate the people that took responsibility and actually stayed around and didn't get rid of you and didn't, but y'all don't hold the men accountable? just let me know, because that never made sense to me. Like, the single mothers get the most hate and get bashed the most. I'm a single mother. And why y'all hate us? Why y'all don't hate y'all daddy that left y'all for dead?
And we've come to the end of the video. Comment what you learned in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also share with your friends, and click on the notification bell icon so that any video that I post, you will be the first to get it. Adios amigos, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.